Hi, thank you for joining me. I'm Teresa Crawley at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today I have a Winnebago Ekko to show you, but the really exciting part about this Winnebago Ekko is that it is available. We had a customer order this, and then when the time came for it to come in, it didn't work out for them to be able to purchase it. So this is on the market and ready for you to take home. Just as a side note, this is November of 2023. So if you're watching this a little bit later in our lives, then it may not be, but we're always happy to order one for you or let you know if another one happens to become available. So come on in, let me show you the great features about this. This is the first one that we have had here at Transwest with a pop top that has become available. So a lot of people have ordered them with this pop top, and our camera is going up to that bed on the top, which makes it quite easy for 4 people to sleep. This isn't just a little place to throw your kids. This is a full-blown adult-sized bed that kind of makes a romantic and cozy place for when you're camping. So we do have 4 seats with 4 seat belts, as well as sleeping for 4, which is highly unusual in a B van or B plus, but this one happens to have pretty much everything. Just a couple specs while we're checking out that bed area. This Winnebago Ekko, it is a 2023. It's built on the Ford Transit. Great chassis and engine on this. It's a 1-ton chassis, so we have dualies in the back. 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine with 310 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, twin turbo, and anti-lock brakes all around. The other great thing about this is it's all-wheel drive. So for us Coloradans, this is an awesome unit, a true 4-season unit, and we'll go over some of the reasons why I say that. Almost every motorhome I've ever dealt with is hesitant to say 4-season because of the liability of that. But Winnebago has gone to great lengths to make this a truly 4-season unit. It's also made for complete off-grid usability, and we'll go over some of the reasons for that as well. Just on the aesthetic front, this is the Verdis or green color scheme, and you'll see just a very neutral color palette here. Cabinets are a sage green or even a grayish green color. The other option for the Ekko is a red, and it's kind of a darker red, but that makes these seats fabric. I really prefer this just because it's easy to clean, easy to wipe off. Some of the options are included on this unit and some aren't. One of them that is not included is the TV and sound bar that could be put in this front section. I don't think that's really a big deal because it still has the wiring, so you can add a TV here. There's also wiring set up in the bedroom, so you could put a TV in there as well. But most people feel like when you're camping, you don't need a TV. But it is possible to add that in this area. You'll also notice there's snaps around this cab area, and this does come with a fully insulating blanket, which blocks the light but also keeps the heat in or the cool out, or vice versa. So really well thought out unit in a lot of ways. A little bit of storage on either side here over this front cab area. That's that quilted blanket I was talking about that you can put here. And then of course we have 2 seats here for guests that are traveling with you. They are seat belts, 3 points, and these don't really recline or do anything tricky like that, but you can bring folks along with you. There's also a space here for a table to flip up. Now you may have noticed I had 1 seat turned around and 1 not turned around. These are the boosters because of the floor height difference there. But right in this spot, you'll see there's a place for a table for this person, and it's stored right here behind these seats, and it can be adjusted on a lot of different levels for comfort there. But we also have a table over here that's integrated, and it just pops up locks into place, and this person can also use this table, and then it just pops right away when you don't need it. So really convenient there. The other cool thing that Winnebago did is these dual pane acrylic windows. They are slightly tinted, but they're also really great. You may have noticed the sound got a lot quieter when I closed the door. It's because these are really well insulated. But the really great thing about them is that you can open them at different stages. So you hear the click, that's one stage, and then you can open it in small increments all the way along. So I'm not doing it very well, but you can kind of see, you can get it up to a 90-degree angle, and then it closes like that. And then you can lock these to keep complete sound and air out that way as well. They've also integrated a screen here to keep the bugs out. And your darkening shade is integrated here as well. So when it's nighttime, you just pull it up. Really smart. There we go. So some of the quick features, we do have, of course, storage all the way around. Now in most of the Ekkos, this is magnetic and hooks to the ceiling, but on this one they had to modify that, obviously, because there's not a ceiling here. It's that upper bed. But nice hinge on there. And then going into the kitchen area, we have one more up here with a really good hinge. So storage, obviously, very big deal in motorhomes. You've got a little bit here. I'll show you what we have in the rest of the kitchen area as well. So little drawer, a little bit bigger drawer, and this is your whole house water filter that we leave out when it's winterized. But that filter goes in down here beneath your 2-burner propane cooktop. This is that cooktop I was telling you about with built-in splash guard, keeps this window nice and clean. And then over here is your little sink. And they did include a sprayer, even though this is a really small faucet. It's perfect to be able to get all the gunk out of there. The other side of the sink cover, we have a bamboo, which can be used as a cutting board. Over here we have your microwave. It's little. It's an easy bake oven, but you know what? It's better than most B vans don't have a microwave at all. So really handy to have that. And then over here we have your 12-volt refrigerator. Try to get out of the way so you can see this well, but it's actually really deep and it's a very low draw, so you're not going to run out of battery using this refrigerator. We do have a little bit of a freezer space up here as well. Back here we go into the master bedroom. We obviously have a curtain to cut off the area for privacy, but 2 huge windows on either side of the bed situation here. And you'll notice there's a big gap in here. That's because there's a piece here that you can put in and it'll make an actual king-size bed. Or you can take it out, use it as cup holders, sit here, read a book in the evening, watch TV if you choose to add one here. But we do have those same great dual pane acrylic windows here that have the full darkening and the screens that you can open up at 90 degrees on either side of the bed. We also have storage on either side of the bed here with a nice felt lining in here. So that's going to help reduce noise and things moving around a lot. Right here we have a max air fan or an exhaust fan, so that's going to pull hot air out of here really quickly. Cools down the unit very, very efficiently and quickly. And then we also have reading lights on either side that you can have black, or you can turn them to full brightness. But the blue is really nice for when your partner's trying to sleep at night. Over here we have a place to plug in your USBs and your 110s, and then we have a place here that we can remove so we can put cords through. So that's well thought out as well. This is your air conditioning unit here, And the other cool thing that they did in the bedroom is provide storage options. So here you can see I've got the ladder up here, so I can't open it all the way, but you can access some of your storage here. You also have the option to pull it out like a drawer. And this is repeated on both sides. And then down here, you actually have a shirt wardrobe. So really making the most out of the space that we have here, making it usable. The other thing you may notice is that the ceilings are quite tall in this unit. So I can very comfortably stand in here. I'm only 5'4", but some of the taller customers that I've had in fit in here really, really well. So in a lot of vans, that really does become an issue, especially in the bathroom area. Now, the bathroom area is one of the coolest things about this unit. So I'm going to show you how this works. Got the bathroom door open here, and I will let the camera take a peek at this area. So we have a toilet, obviously, a sink. The toilet does move to different positions, so it can rotate. You do have a window that opens, plug-ins. So when you're using it for this purpose, it's really great. But when you need to take a shower, you can just move this wall really, really easily, and then you have a full shower. And that's one of the things about these B vans, is this wet bath concept. It's kind of hard for people to fit in, but it also just feels weird to be touching a toilet with your legs while you're getting clean. So I'm a big fan of this. I love that it's separated. I love that you've got a little shower curtain here, and you can just really feel like you have more space in here. You're not crowded as you would be in a wet bath situation. All right, real quick, we'll go over just a couple of the controls here at the door. So we have a touch screen here that we can check our battery powers. Our chassis battery, coach battery, we can turn on and off the water pump and check our tank levels. This is our solar charger panel, and then this is our inverter panel here. Right as you enter the door, you have your awning in and out, your lights, your coach battery disconnect. So if you don't want to go around and turn all the lights off or whatever, you can just turn that off as you leave the unit. And then you can turn your step on and off. That comes in handy when you're going in and out quite a bit. Like if you're hanging out outside, you want to come in and get a drink, then you want to come back and check on the dog or whatever. You're not going to be wearing out your step mechanism in and out, and having to wait for it to go in or out. That's just going to keep it locked out. Now, of course, when you put the engine into drive, then it's going to retract that step either way. But it's just really nice to have that as an option to not be going in and out constantly. Over here, of course, more plugs and a light switch and things like that. And of course, this is where we put that table I was talking about earlier. You can see that I turned the front seat around for you, so you can see what it would be like to use it more as a living room type of area. Of course, this one does the exact same thing, but I wanted to leave it this way so that you could see a little bit of what's going on up in this cab area. So this is a push button start. And I'm not going to leave this on very long because it's beeping at me because this is turned around. It doesn't want me to go anywhere with this turned around because it's a safety hazard. But you can see the really nicely lit screen up here. And the best thing here is this huge monitor. So a lot of these vans and things have tiny little monitors. They're very difficult to see when the sun hits it the wrong way or things like that. But you've got a huge screen here. We do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a navigation screen here as well. You can also answer your phone and things like that. There was another cool thing that I found here, which was drive modes. So you can actually let the coach know that you're in a slippy area, that you're towing, that you're around mud and things like that, and it will adapt for you. You also can turn it onto eco mode to help save with fuel. So sorry about that annoying beep, but I wanted you to be able to see that. All in all, a really comfortable cab area. This is a very simple system. We don't have powered seats or anything like that, which on the other hand, I mean, some people really like those things, but in my mind, it's just one less thing to break or have to fiddle with. So I kind of enjoy more manual things. Also, this being built on a Ford, you can get it serviced pretty much anywhere. Any small town that you happen to be going through, if you have an issue, you can get a Ford worked on. And you can't say that about all the van builders. So I'm a big fan of this Ford. I wish we could get more chassis, honestly, more vans built on the Ford chassis. They drive great. They have really good pickup, not a big lag like some of the diesels have. They're just really nice to drive and easy. And this motorhome comes in at 24 feet, so it's not huge. You're not going to feel like really intimidated trying to drive it around town. You could also use this when you're camping. You don't necessarily have to tow anything like a little Jeep or anything, because you can actually take this to parking lots, to grocery stores, things like that. This does have the capacity to tow 5,000 pounds if you so choose, but you might as well put a boat back there rather than another vehicle, because this one's going to be able to handle it. As we go outside, I wanted to point out this screen door. They really did a good job with this for people that have pets especially. So this is a really strong metal. Here, I'll open the outside door so you can get a better look at it. This isn't a flimsy screen door that your dog's going to be able to push through and break easily. This is actually really stout wire down here. The other thing is that this door locks, so you can have it open for fresh air and sleep with it that way, just locked, and feel secure that way. All right. So one of the things that we haven't gotten to yet is the power package on this unit. We do have, they all come with, let me restate that. They all come with 455 watts of solar. Now this one is optioned to have 2 lithium batteries. You have the option when you order an Ekko to either get a generator and 1 lithionics battery, which is 320 amp hours. This one was ordered with no generator and 2 lithionics. So you have 640 amp hours of power in your lithionics battery and the 455 watts of solar. Now, if you so choose, you can bring an external generator if you don't feel secure in the batteries, but I'm telling you, this thing is going to be able to handle a lot of usage, especially with that solar up there. We do have a 13-foot awning out here with LED lights. Really nice for hanging outside. And first bay here, you'll notice that these doors are really well insulated, really thick. I'm going to say this is about 1.5 inches in width, and these are fully insulated inside. One of the reasons that this is going to be a 4-season camper. We do have a nice little storage bay here. And if you get down a little bit lower, you'll see that there's a hot and cold water that you can hook up here. So if you need to take a shower outside, this is one of the places that you could do that. Over here, we've got some plugins. You want to watch TV outside or put a boom box. And over here, this is for if you wanted to hook in some cable if you're staying at an RV resort and they have cable available. This is the back of your Truma AquaGo system. So what that is a tankless water heater. It's basically like a boiler unit, and it's going to give you as much hot water as you have water if you so choose. So This system is part of what keeps this able to be used year-round, and I'll show you some of the places that the heat is going to be coming out if you choose to have that happen. Real quick, right here, this is one of the best things I've ever seen in a motorhome. Obviously, we've got 2 propane cylinders. They are 4 gallons a piece, but the great thing about these is that you can take them out and swap them. So you can take them to a grocery store or Lowe's or whatever, swap these out. Most motorhomes, you actually have to find a place that will fill it like a gas station and take the unit there and to get it refilled. These, you can just take the cylinder, pop it out, pop a new one in. Right here we have a propane quick connect. So if you had a barbecue grill or something, you can just connect it there really quickly and draw from that propane tank. Really handy to have. Back here, we have a huge storage garage. So you'll notice we do have molly walls on either side. Those are able to withstand about 50 pounds of weight. You can hang things on there if you have climbing equipment or whatever you so choose, but we also have these L-tracks throughout on the ceiling and on the floor. So these little rings that you can pop in and out. Let's see if I can get this one separated, but it might help me to put this down. So these little guys can hook into any of these little and into the track anywhere, and that can tie down your bike or whatever it is you want to do. You can hang things here. So really well thought out as a storage area. The other thing about this storage area is we've got plug-ins, we've got lights, and we have heat. So there is actually heat vent in this garage. If you have anything back here you want to keep warm, you can also close that heat vent off if you want to conserve that heat and keep it inside the coach. We also have a little bit of a rack here that you can put things there, and a washable mat in here. So this can pull right out and you can just hose it down if it happens to get dirty. Really clever area back here. And you can obviously access it from all 3 points. We do have a backup camera there that populates on that huge monitor when you put this in reverse. We also have 5,000 pound towing capacity here. Over on the sides, we have proximity sensors to let you know if you're getting too close to somebody. That's what those are sticking out. And then here's the other entrance to that garage. It looks just the same as the other side. This is one of the other things that are so clever about this unit. So this is your water bay, obviously. It has another one of those heat vents there that you can close or open up, but that's going to keep this area warm and help it to not freeze in the winter time. They also made this really simple for you to know how to set this up to dry camp, to fill the tank, city water, winterize, sanitize, etc. You just put the buttons in the right spot, or these handles rather. Of course you need to read your manual, but it's a really great reminder for once you know what you're doing to do that. It just makes it real simple. This is going to be your gray tank dump here. There is no black tank in this coach to speak of. So we'll get to that in a moment, but this is your gray dump. You also have a place to hose off here if you choose. This is where you would put your 30 amp cord if you happen to want to plug in at a park. Most people are using these off grid, so that might not even get used. The other thing we have here is an external solar port. So you can actually put another solar panel out here and aim it wherever you want. Say the ones on the roof are being blocked by trees or something, you can actually have one out here that you put in exactly the right position to get the best power out of it. Moving on, this is another storage bay, which would be where a generator would be if you had chosen that option. Since we did not, we only have this bay taken up with those lithionics I was talking about. And you can't really see that there's two of them there, but they are there, just stacked one behind the other. Now, to get to the black tank or black sewage issue, this is a cassette toilet here. This is a lockable cabinet in case you wanted to keep this from getting stolen, because people do occasionally do things like that, which I think is weird. But anyway, this is your black cassette toilet dump. And how this works is you pull this out like this, and then it has a handle down here. So it's basically like a suitcase that you would take around at the airport. It's on wheels, and then you can dump it wherever you so choose. But one of the other benefits of having this, besides being able to dry camp and just put that where, you know, in a porta potty or a hole in the ground or wherever it is you choose to dump that, the other benefit of that is if you have your coach totally winterized, you can still use this area. As long as you have the heat going on in the coach, it's going to keep this area warm. So you can actually continue to use your toilet even if you're not using the sink and taking showers. Really handy if you're a skier or snowboarder, want to go up in the mountains. It's a really great system for that. See if there's anything that I missed, which I'm sure there is. These are live videos, so I'm happy to get you specs, information, anything that you need to know. And if this particular Ekko doesn't suit your needs, we can order another one, or I can put you on the list of people that I let know when people back out of their orders. There was a day when these orders were happening 2 years in advance. It's a fairly new product, and our waiting list was ridiculous. So when 2 years, a lot can change, and some people have just changed their mind, but we still have these coaches coming in that were ordered. So I can definitely put you on my list of people. If you don't need a pop top, I can call you when one comes available. But either way, I'm happy to help. My name is Teresa, and you can call me at Transwest Truck Trailer RV, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.